Hi everyone, and welcome to EVE Talk, your weekly look at the EVE Online markets. I'm your host, delonewolf, and it's actually Friday evening because I'll have a pretty busy day tomorrow, so I'm recording this episode just like half a day in advance compared to what I normally do. But I'll be gone probably most of the day tomorrow, and I don't think I'll be able to manage to make it. Should be fine to upload it though. So let's sit down and take a look at the market. Now before I'll start with the usual stuff, I'll have a quick look at this infantry gear tab, which is for the Dust 514 guys. Unfortunately we can't buy it yet, but yeah, you can already see there's a serious amount of weapons. Yeah, assault rifles, forged guns, grenades, heavy machine guns, laser rifles, and all of that in several types. So you get advanced, prototype, and standards. And then all the races have their own sets, so it's pretty diverse. You get some vehicles like some drop ships, and there we go. Get some other ones also with logistics standards, etc. So I would say it's looking quite diverse and quite complex. On top of that, you get stuff like a universal voice transmitter, which depletes, strangely enough. Let's see if I can... Oh, I can't get to the info page of these from here. Strange. Anyways, I read about those before, and they tend to these things deplete. So yeah, this isn't like Counter-Strike or something like that. It's quite expanded and quite complex, and of course the skill system will be similar to EVE Online. So pretty interesting stuff, and I hope we'll be able to purchase some for our Dust Mercs when these finally get on TQ. Anyways, let's have a quick look at the markets for this week, and we'll just start off with Tritanium as usually. Let's have a look at sellers in station. We get a couple at 603 and 604, and the buyers at 6 ISK. So again, no margin. I'm gonna have a look at the 1 year chart. Pretty stable, I would say, since September, and on the 1 year chart it went from maybe 3.5 up to 6. So in general though, on a 1 year chart it's gone up quite significantly, but at the moment it looks pretty stable, and maybe even with a slight downtrend because of the changes to mining barges which has made them a lot more durable. And let's have a look at Pyrite. Pretty much the same, stable for the last month, a slight downward trend as well. Quick look at the prices. 1256, 1225. So that's all looking pretty much the same. What's Mixalon looking like? 60.12, 58, 49. That might have gone just up a little bit compared to last week. But yeah, once again we see the exact same thing on the 1 year chart. The Mixalon did rise earlier than Pyrite because of the tier 3 battle cruisers that were introduced and use quite a lot of Mixalon. But in general, pretty stable since September, and of course over the scene on a whole year it's up a significant amount, but that's just due to general inflation. Let's see. Tech 3, I'll start out with the Tech 3 ships. Tengus, this is also the 1 year chart. Now I'll have a quick look at the 3 month chart for this one. It looks like it's finally stabilizing below 200 million. Yep, sellers 191, 800, buyers 186. So still a bit down from last week, but if you look at the chart, it looks like the 20-day moving average is finally stabilizing a little bit for the Tengus. Still you can buy them for below 200 million, which historically speaking, let's go for the 1 year chart, is not a bad deal at all. although it started below 200 million as well. It knew a spike up to almost 280 million, and if you look at the current price and then the price at the beginning of the year, Tengus have been above these prices for almost the whole year. So we'll have to wait and see how bad the nerfs are, whether or not we can expect these prices to go back up. It's always possible, of course. Take 2 market, just a quick look at the Guardian here. 134 for the sellers, 125 for the buyers. This looks pretty stable actually, even on the whole 1 year chart. On the 3-month chart, looks like we had an up and a downswing. So yeah, once again, even on the 1 year chart, you can see a slight uptick at the beginning, a top just in July, and then right now again a small top pretty recently. The Tech 2 market seems to be a pretty interesting market. It's constantly moving in between a band of 100 to 200 million here for the Guardian, but it's swinging pretty wildly and quite a lot. So this is definitely a trading market, I would say, the Tech 2. I'd have to look more closely into how stuff is produced there, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting market. It doesn't seem to know the same general trends that either Tech 1 or Tech 3 does. So very interesting market for trading, in my opinion, Tech 2 ships. Let's have a look at the Talos for Tech 1. Well, this one is of course a bit of a strange one, but still that stability is that we see in the minerals is also there for Tech 1 ships at the moment. Talos holding well at almost 79 million ISK, 75 for the buyers. So still pretty good deal on the Talos. Let's have a look at that Drake chart, which resembles the mineral chart quite a lot more. We had a huge increase in price at the beginning of the year, and then stability going up and down, and the general trend since for 6 months though is slowly going down again, although right now since September pretty stable. It's swinging quite decently though, although of course this band that you see right here for the Drake is between 30 and 55 million. Compare that to the band of just 200 million for the Guardian. Yeah, it's still a lot more of a trading opportunities that will be found in Tech 2 markets compared to the Tech 1 market, just because the difference in scale on this chart, of course, it might look a little bit different. Let's see, Galente fuel blocks, looks like they're moving up just a little bit on the 1 year chart. Let's have a look at the 3-month chart. Yeah, although the 5-day moving average is already going back down, it's gone up above 14,000 for one Galente fuel block. So so far the interdiction, we haven't heard that much about it, Gunswarm ice interdiction, so not sure how serious they are about it. Could be that this upswing was just on those rumors and that we'll see a correction again after this. At the moment I'm still producing fuel blocks and not planning to sell them anytime soon. Anything else I should cover? I'll just have a quick look at the Omen. Pretty stable, like I said. Tech 1 market there, nothing special. So we'll finish off with the Plex, which from the 20-day moving average has stopped rising at the same clip and holding below 600 million. Let's have a look in station, which is of course pretty important. 577 million for the sellers, 567 million for the buyers. I think that's pretty much the same as last week, just that the margin has closed. So this looks like a healthier situation, a lot more Plex on the selling orders, and some ISK bidding around that 577 price mark, and a margin of 10 million, which is normal for Plex, and a chart that looks on the 3-month chart at least, that looks a little bit more reasonable. and flattened out here in the end. Even on the, let's have a quick look, 3-month chart. On the 5-day moving average, you can see another quick top there on the red line, but then once again another correction. So while it won't mirror exactly the chart from last year, at the moment it's looking pretty good to at least move in a similar fashion. I do think though that this steep drop on the 5-day moving average at the beginning of last year was after the expansion hit, and we still have quite a while to go, more than 1 month before the expansion, so we might just see some up and down movements right now until the expansion hits. But yeah, CCP has said that they are actively looking at the Plex market, so I'm expecting that these vast concerted efforts to manipulate and bid up the price might just get thwarted a little bit. People might be more hesitant to do them, and I'm expecting a more healthy movement between the 550 and the 600 million band. Yeah, I think that's okay actually. If I look at the 1-year chart, that's pretty much what I would expect. Around 550 million I think is a price that might be normal due to just general inflation in EVE Online. Anyways, that's it for this episode, guys. Quick look at the market for you guys, and I'll see you all next time.